Hi people, this is Evanus, back again with episode 3 or part 3 of Stellaris. Now, let's see, I've got this construction ship doing nothing because he's not finished surveying yet. Got this one surveying, and this one building a starbase. Now, let's increase the speed a little. Yeah, let's go fast.
Upscaling
And
complete.
Starbase complete. And I am missing energy credits. Those are always fun to miss. Oh, I do hope he hurries up so I can get the energy credits for that. Now, habitable planets. This is a continental world. Very similar to the original homeworld. And let's see, I've got 30 populations.
Upscaling complete.
Finished building and finished surveying. Completed the hollow theaters, which improved the amenities, which improved the stability.
Future market survey complete.
Excellent. Now, survey this system, and you will survey this system while you will build an outpost here. And you will build a research station for physics research. Ooh, here we go. Encounter in Toyobus. Don't ask me how to say it. I don't know. I'm guessing. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Toyobus system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. Interesting. Contact report. Enigmatic spacefarers. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached the garden. In many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the Lavis Trade Commission's bid for a stellar empire. Intriguing. And whoa, 4 worlds. Nice. Alien vessels. Let's go into the system. Situation log. Investigate. Research. They have a planet there, which, ooh, I do believe they are native inhabitants to this system within the nebula, I want to say. Confares miasma. Nebula block outside sensors from being able to see into their systems. When you are in a nebula, they also block you from being able to see that far out of the system as well. Now, they're moving. Oh, hurry up with the starbase. And oh,
Upscaling complete.
there we go. Build mining stations. This is the first example of first contact with an alien species.
Upscaling complete.
Now, build starbase there. Now back to what we were doing before Alpha Aliens. Colonizing a new world. Quite simple. Click colonize. Look at everything. Realize that it's most likely going to be an agricultural type planet from the offset. And if you wish to name the colony something else, you can. I generally don't because it's harder to remember which one goes where if you name them something other than what the system is named. For me, at least. Now, we go to Mawir Station, to the shipyard, and in 360 days, the colony ship will be completed and will transit to Regor and become a colony. And it will take time to build that colony. Now, I could also colonize this world, which looks like it would be a generator district type world. And again,
Upscaling complete.
I will colonize that world. Now, oh, good. Let us build we don't want to build any more districts just yet. We want to let our energy credits build up, both in terms of production and in storage. Stored.
Upscaling complete.
There we go.
Upscaling complete.
And there we go. Very good. And you will not build anything because I'm going to keep that for something down the road. Something fun down the road. If I can ever get it built. I'm going to be holding off on building anything else for the moment. However, because running low on energy credits.
Market outlier identified.
Research the anomaly in the Gills system. Gillis. Gillis system. Now.
Foreign market leaders request contact.
Whoa. Okay. I love when that happens. Everything just happens at once and it's like, wait a minute, what am I doing again? What just happened? 19 different pop-ups and Okay, let's sort through them one by one. When you're dealing with many alien species, this will happen throughout the game. You'll get up a lot of pop-ups. Evergreen are forced to return. Scythen Reavers. Okay. After successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Clithan Reavers. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. 40 influence gained. Excellent. Move you over, move you over. We have learned of a new strategic resource encountered on that place in the territories of Scythen. These dudes. Incoming transmission. First contact. They are fanatical purifiers, militarist, fanatic xenophobes. Okay then. This is going to be interesting. Egalitarian, materialist, egalitarian, militarist, or materialist, militarist. We shall properly greet you in battle. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular Xenos have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieve spaceflight at roughly the same time. This changes everything. A little side note, the different ethics you choose when you first modify or create a race changes little things here and there, such as the way you can speak back to an alien, how they greet you, and the different texts down here for things like this. Now, we can see their empire and our empire. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starbases. Well, starbases outposts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our empire is larger, however, they have spent more time to upgrade different things. So the Burgoning Bouquet will be going to this mining system. And I am going to be installing one piece of defense and upgrading the starbase, the starport outpost to a starport. however you want to. Outpost to a starport, starport to starhold, starhold to starbase, and I want to say starbase to citadel, which is huge, and so many things they have. And of course, I can't construct any corvettes, which are the fighter ships. Missing in action. They will return just over a month and a half. Right click. Anomaly. Already done. Strategic resource information. Volatile motes. And no access. AKA they don't like us. What a shame. And back to fast. And while we wait for our science ship, there we go. Our science ship is back in action. And I am putting them to work there. Ooh. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Gelis 4A. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through. Most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. An interesting, albeit primitive, design. 150 research out of it for engineering, which is good. Now, a note on diplomacy. This is a very bad example to start out with because they are hostile towards us. They have closed their borders to us. If there were a rivalry or a war between us, it would show up in here, along with everything else that may be different, such as if they have closed borders to another species, it would show up here. Now, their opinion, because they are xenophobic, fanatic xenophobes, it's minus 1,000 because we're xenophil. They don't trust us. Trust is based on good trades and opinion. The higher their opinion and good trades, the more they have trust with us. They have 2 colonies, Toybus and Sithbon-Qua. Now, if they were to look at us once we got both of our colony ships out, it would say 3 for us, which you can see up here. Relative power. What it shows is the average, and if you hover over it as I'm doing, it gives you a list of the 3 different powers. Fleet power, overwhelming versus us. Economic power, equivalent to ours, which means they're about the same resource level as us. Technology, equivalent, they're about the same research technologies that we have. Fleet power, meaning they've got more ships than us. Hostile attitudes. Different races have different attitudes towards different species. Their attitude is hostile towards us, but another race we may encounter may be friendly or neutral. Empire population, they've got 28, we've got 32. Now, some of these are grayed out because we can't do it. You can almost always insult another race, even if they are your vassals or above. Now, we can declare them to be rivals, and that will help with our influence gain, which is good. Which I'm going to do. But I'm also going to close borders between us. And declare rivalry. That's right. If they have other rivals, it may make those rivals friendlier towards us by us declaring the Sithin our rivals. They don't like us, what a shock. And we will close that out. And forward. Colony ship. Moving to the planet. Moving towards Regor 3. Entering orbit. Leader gained a level. Okay,
Colonial
whatever.
Enterprise upsizing.
Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Regor Prime. This temperate forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Lavis city on an alien world. A great day for the Lavis Trade Commission. And again, more research points for that. Now, in order to build anything, you have to wait until the colonization is complete. If you hover over the bar, it will give you a completion date, which, looking over there, just under 5 years from now. Which in this game, if you notice how fast the dates have been changing while under fast, not that far away. Now, we have enough unity for a new tradition. I'm going to go expansion. which will increase colony development speed by 25%, which is good. After that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Reach for the Stars Courier Network. Reach for the Stars and Courier Network. Now you can do all traditions within a section if you want. I'm doing them spread out this time. Don't remember if I said I was gonna do just the one last time or the time before whenever I explained the traditions, but I'm going to branch out a little with the expansion because of the courier network. If you look at the Empire Sprawl, the total Empire Sprawl is 32. We've got an administrative capacity of 50, and by getting the courier network, we will increase that by 20 more points, which is a very good thing. It allows us to have larger and larger empires with more and more districts without it costing more resources to do so. Back to fast speed. Now, they are on their way to that system. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a tundra planet, which I'm guessing will be about a 60 or less compatibility with our particular species. Now, with this fleet,
The system has been surveyed.
oh, very cool. They're done.
Market outlier identified.
Oh, cool. Asteroid emitting radiation in controlled bursts. Possibly somebody trying to communicate. Very good. Now, that was the Medagar science ship, or the science ship in the Medagar system, which is very interesting. However, the Leguminant is going to survey this system, where, if you remember in the first episode, mass extinction, I said track all of them. Back to fast we go, and maybe a little faster, so we can see how quick things can go. Good, we've got minerals. Oh. The planet of interest in this system is covered in layer upon layer of dense ices of varying composition. Apparently, it was once home to more varied and pleasant biomes. A special project has been issued to investigate this possibility. What such good luck?
Situation log revised.
I happen to have a science ship in the area who will be researching it. And by going to the situation log, mass extinction, voila.
Upscaling complete.
And when that science ship gets there and researches, everything will be good. Oh. Interesting. I do want to say that is the ship in the Medagar system. GF53-U-46 is partially hollow. With its interior spaces sprawls a dense honeycomb structure crafted of some unknown alloy, housing containers of alien genetic material. By all appearances, this is an archive of life, the genetic record of some earlier civilization come and gone. Most of the DNA is hopelessly degraded, but there is still much to learn here. Spoken like a scientist. Fascinating. And it gives us, I want to say that gives us
Special
more
project actualized.
society and engineering research. Now, mass extinction frozen. An unnatural shift in the atmosphere's chemical makeup resulted in the slow but irreversible onset of an ice age, one that began before the formation of the Lavis Trade Commission, and is likely to persist long after our passing. The exact cause remains unknown, but probable explanations include failed terraforming attempts or even intraplanetary terrorism. Some of the more radical elements within the scientific community on the Garden suggest that the dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emission of gaseous industrial byproduct into the atmosphere. This view is confined to the scientific fringe, as it is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization would be stupid enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. No comment. Let's just leave that as okay.
Upscaling complete.
And set them back to survey the system. Now, Starbase finished its construction queue. Let us have a shipyard, an anchorage, and
Colonial
for the buildings,
Enterprise upsizing.
factions introduced. Yay. A new faction has recently been green. It's the I can't speak faction. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Lavis Trade Commission. Led by scientist Aquamarine Weed, they call themselves the Committee of Higher Learning. Their members have been pushing hard for the advancement of the sciences. A disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but one that approves of the government's actions could prove useful. Another faction. A new faction recently began gaining traction in the internal political landscape. Led by Governor Ivory Cone, they call themselves the Friends of Liberty Council. Their members work for equality and justice for all denizens of our empire. A disgruntled faction, yada yada. New faction, led by head DDD Khaki Fruit. They call themselves the Knights of the Void. Their members have been pushing hard for us to assert our military dominance over the rest of the galaxy. I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to finish building stuff on the starbase first. Down there. Let's see. The shipyard I built so I can replace my military fleet or other ships as need be. Anchorage allows you to house more. It gives you a place for your ships to dock, basically. Crew quarters help with dock ship upkeep, which is good. But we're going to be running into even more into the negatives with energy credits. But still need the crew quarters. Now, the time is just over 36 minutes in, so I'm going to call it here. And I'm going to finish off this episode. Now, this episode was recorded not that long after on the same day as episode 2. So, I haven't read any comments from that episode yet. And I will just end it as I have been for the past 2 episodes. Be kind to yourselves and those you meet.